and welcome to this SEO workshop on keyword and content optimization. This is the third workshop in our 9-part SEO workshop series. And this week we're going to be looking at keyword and content optimization. In the agenda, we're going to be covering what are keywords and content creation, using analytics to find keywords, long and short tail keywords, analyzing content with keywords in mind and some free tools, as well as looking at some of the don'ts around keywords, that is keyword stuffing and keyword cannibalization. So let's look at keyword and content optimization. Understanding what keywords are and how to implement them into content is the fundamental building blocks of SEO success. If you can get it right, you will find yourself attracting high quality visitors looking for answers to questions your content is covering. Get it wrong and you'll attract the wrong type of users, and this will result in articles with high bounce rates. Bounce rate is the term associated with how frequently users land on your site from search engines and then leave without clicking any further into your website. If they leave shortly after landing on your page, this is an indication to Google that the article was not suitable and it is less likely to recommend that article for that search query again. So we know what keywords are and how they can affect our keyword score, but kind of what are they? What are keywords? Keywords, also known as SEO keywords, key phrases, or search queries, and search queries is something I'll refer to quite often in this presentation, are words and phrases that our users are typing into search engines to find information on a particular topic. Important to note that any term used in a search engine, whether a single word or a long phrase, is considered a keyword, and this can sometimes be a bit confusing. In the context of student minds, we want to be using keywords that are associated with the content or that are relevant to the website. Student minds may want to use keywords that are related to student mental health, support at university, all of these things. If you remember back to our first SEO workshop, success in SEO is often measured by how often and how high your website ranks with keywords associated with your site. Keywords in their simplest sense are words or phrases people would search into Google that appear and are present in our content. Sounds easy, right? Chuck a load of mental health words in there, sprinkle in words like university in the text, and slap a keyword like student in every paragraph, and job done. Well, unfortunately, it isn't as straightforward as that. When trying to understand how keywords are used in the content writing process, it starts to become a little bit abstract. When approaching any online content, the main thing to consider above all else is to write the highest quality content possible that solves or answers a user's problem. This way of thinking should always be at the forefront of everything you do. The use of keywords shouldn't compromise the integrity or quality of the content. Back in my day, when SEO was just getting started, keywords were assigned to articles and these were hidden in the code above the content. This would be read by search engines and used to help better understand the article's topics and categorize them before seeing the content. Other search engines like Bing still follow this practice. However, recent updates to Google's algorithms now ignore these keywords hidden in the article, hidden above the article, and focus entirely on the content found on the page. This is a deliberate move to ensure that the quality of the content is a priority above everything else. As Google now bypasses these keywords hidden in the article's code and reads directly in the text, your article may now rank for a wider variety of keywords that you may not have accounted for. This means greater reach and impact. Keywords should integrate seamlessly into your content and naturally form part of the writing process. As such, when Google reads through your content, it should be structured in a way that it can understand the keywords and the point of your content without you having to explicitly tell it, like we used to do before by writing it above the content hidden in the code. You can structure your content through the use of keywords, using titles or headings to help better communicate this to Google. We'll look at this in more detail in the next SEO workshop. Google will also flag content that clearly focuses on keywords first and flags those that compromise on quality. Bad practices like these are keyword stuffing and keyword cannibalization, which we'll look at this later on in this workshop. From this, we're already starting to understand that keywords are used to help search engines better understand and categorize your content. So that this means that they can offer up a more accurate recommendation to a search query. Now let's look at keywords in content creation. We are starting to understand what keywords are and that they should complement our content rather than be the sole focus. But how do we approach creating high quality content that makes effective use of keywords? When writing content with SEO in mind, we typically follow two steps. The first is using analytics and insights to find popular search queries or what your audience needs. The second is creating this content based on your insights and then optimizing it to meet a specific search term. But when approaching keywords, remember, write the highest quality content possible and then it must solve or answer a user's problem. So let's look at using analytics to find keywords and what all of this means. When looking at keywords for ideas for content creation, a good place to start is Google Keyword Planner. Here is a screenshot of Google Keyword Planner with some areas for discussion highlighted in colors. At the top, highlighted in blue, we can see our keyword search term for student mental health. After keying this into Google Keyword Planner, it will provide a long tabled list which is highlighted in the red column, of other search terms related to the initial search query we inputted. In the average monthly searches, highlighted in orange, we can see how often users are searching for this on Google, and this gives us an indication of search popularity. Next to this, highlighted in purple, we can see the 3 monthly change column, and this column can be quite useful to identify patterns and changes over the last 3 months. This can be used and leveraged to identify trending topics. As you can see highlighted in yellow, we have the search query University Mental Health Day, which increased by 900% over the past 3 months. This is due to the great work of the organization on the University Mental Health Day campaign, so well done. Finally, highlighted in the pink column, we can see competition, and this is a really important column to review. When deciding on a keyword, you need to weigh up the word's search popularity versus the competition of that word and other sites trying to rank for the same keyword. Remember, it's all about getting to that first page of Google. This is where 90% of search interactions happen. We want to be getting our articles into that top 1 to 3 spots in the search page itself, or the SERP. From this table, the search query highlighted in green, counselling and mental health services, it has a lot more competition than all the other keywords, which is highlighted in the column on the far right. But we can see that the average monthly searches are quite low, being only 10 to 100. This is an example of a keyword you might want to avoid. You're looking for keywords with high monthly searches and low competition. Now let's look at long tail and short tail keywords and what both of those mean for when we're writing our content. When choosing a keyword for your article, there are 2 main approaches: the use of short tail keywords and the use of long tail keywords. Short tail keywords are keywords or phrases that are usually 1 or 2 words long, i.e. mental health. These keywords are often very broad and have a high level of competition. As short tail keywords are broad, they can initially increase the chances that your article will be offered up to users in a search engine. But when they do offer this article up, you may find that there is much more competition, that your article appears on pages 5, 6, or later on in the SERP. Articles that are optimized for broad short tail keywords run the risk that search engines struggle to accurately index your article and offer it up against search queries that might not be as relevant. Remember, if your article isn't suited for a user or answers their problem, they will leave straight away. This will increase your bounce rate and it will negatively impact your SEO score. Now let's look at long tail keywords. Long tail keywords are keywords that are much more specific to an article's content. An example of this would be mental health support when starting university. This keyword includes the above short tail keyword, student mental health, but has been extended into a longer tail keyword to make it more specific. As articles can rank for multiple keywords, your article may still be offered for the search query using the term mental health, but now may also rank for more specific keywords, such as the one shown on screen. Using long tail keywords could mean that your article doesn't appear as often in the SERP, but increases the likelihood of the article matching a search query. Relevant content will reduce your bounce rate and keep users on site for longer. So let's look at analyzing content with keywords in mind. We know how to choose keywords based on insights from Google Keyword Planner. Now let's look at how we can analyze our content for keywords that we have chosen. Some of you may be aware I run a community magazine called Reach Local Magazine. Our goal is to provide free marketing opportunities to small local charities and disadvantaged community groups that are looking to set up a business. We take students from Brooks University and I teach them how to write articles that will rank in the SERP. We also have a printed magazine that is distributed from our local co-op stores. One of the systems we use to analyze our content is called Rank Math. This is a tool that analyzes the on-page content against keywords to help optimize the articles for SEO. Here is an article written by one of our fantastic writers, Jalisa. As you can see on the screenshot, the area highlighted in red gives you a space to input keywords, and the software scans the article and gives you feedback and prompts below. In this example, the primary keyword focus food waste action. The system gives the article a score out of 100 highlighted in the top right. This indicates the success of each keyword shown on the right using the red, amber, green process. It is worth noting that this score is a score the system gives based on the relationship between the keywords and the content found on the page. This is not an SEO score. However, it is likely if the article has a high system score that the SEO score will improve over time. I particularly like this system because each SEO grading criteria has a question mark next to it, and you can click that and it takes you to a full article that explains what the respective point means. As you can see here, this is an article that just explains what the ranking score actually means. This way of working is great for those new to SEO and want to read and learn more. The new hub that we're building will have a similar system to help guide writers in optimizing their content. Until then, there are other websites that can offer similar content analyzing features. I recently found this new free tool called SEO Review Tools. SEO Review Tools is a free Chrome extension which allows you to quickly check the URL you are visiting with one of their 66 SEO tools. Some of them are on screen now. SEO Review Tools has many other on-site features where you can search for keywords, use AI to write your content, or even review the existing content against keywords shown previously, like in the Rank Math example. Here is an article I wrote in 2022 about the use of AI in web development. I pasted the article into the tool and it gave me a 93% score and recommended that I should look at the focus keyword because it doesn't appear in the first paragraph of text. So you can see how recommendations made by these systems can help content writers tweak the content and optimize it for SEO. When choosing your keywords, some systems may allow for a primary or a focus keyword. This is the main keyword of the article. You will have the opportunity to then track other keywords that have a lower importance associated with that article. This tool can help you rank an article for multiple keywords. In the previous example, we saw that a primary keyword was Food Waste Action Week, and this is indicated with the star next to it. There are other keywords being analysed here as well, such as food waste and green habits being secondary keywords. You can see that the system has scanned all of these 5 keywords and given us a RAG score for each of them. And this can help us improve our article writing for other keywords at the same time. But always remember, Google bypasses these keywords. So we're only adding them to the system to check that we're using these keywords consistently and effectively throughout our content. And the system can then flag any gaps. Some core keyword takeaways when writing content are: keywords in your page title and subheadings, keywords in your meta description and URL, keywords appearing in the first 10% of your content or the first paragraph, keywords found in the alt text on the images, such as the featured articles image as well. Keyword article density is less than 5. The unique use of keywords and that specific keyword isn't being used as a primary keyword elsewhere in your website. So now let's look at some don'ts of what to do when approaching keyword optimization. The two main areas for keyword optimization that you want to be avoiding are keyword stuffing and keyword cannibalization. Keyword stuffing or keyword overloading is where you include too many keywords into your text. It is natural to think that if you want to rank for a specific search query, that filling your content with all of these words is the way to go. However, as Sean Bean previously highlighted earlier in this presentation, Google sees this as a poor user experience and will actually downrank your content. Your focus keyword should appear no more than 5 times in your article, and this includes any mentioning of your keyword in your titles, but as the body of text as well. Keep things varied. Keep them interesting and use synonyms or other related keywords in your content. Now let's look at keyword cannibalization. Keyword cannibalization isn't as scary as it sounds. It is the term given to articles competing for the same keywords on the same site. Getting to that first page of Google is hard enough. Don't compete against your own articles. Instead, write articles that are different but cover a similar theme. More diverse articles around a specific subject will better help Google categorize your site. And the more effectively it can categorize your site, the better it will be at offering up your articles to people's search queries. Remember, every article should be of the highest quality. So if you've written an article that is competing for the same key phrase as another on your site, consider reviewing or editing the existing one instead. As this content has already built up its own SEO score, and it may already have high-ranking keywords associated with it. So thank you all for listening to this talk on keyword and content optimization. The next session will be on structuring content and implementing keywords through the use of titles, tags, and body. This follows nicely on from keyword optimization because structuring your titles, headings, tags with keywords in mind is an important part of structuring your content for SEO. This session will be on Friday, the 5th of May.